Welcome back to Daily Dose. My name is Robert here with my pal Doug King from the Dave Parker Foundation. Please check out our new program, starting with the auction and into the cinema therapy program, featuring the Sandlot and benefiting both Yes and Exercise and the constituents of the Dave Parker Foundation. So, in the film The Sandlot, which is a classic, and I got to interview David. I don't know if you saw, but
I
check him
haven't
out.
watched it yet. I will.
He couldn't have been nicer. We talked together, so he's a good guy already. But he's got great stories too. That film uses the word legendary, right? It's the kids just going, I mean, for them, it's the great Bambino, it's the Babe, right? And all of that, and there's something about baseball that brings up legends, bigger than life status, right? And the Hall of Fame is the goal for most, right? Your rings, the championships for sure, of course, any personal accolades, but the Hall has been out of Dave's reach unfairly, in my and many people's opinion, for a
Everybody,
while.
I think.
Yeah, finally, he gets the call. He's going in this summer. Talk about Dave Parker, the legend, and anything you've heard him say to finally be getting this just due of heading into the Hall of Fame this summer.
And I can't, I don't know who to attribute the quote to, but one of the other guys who went in somewhat recently, first words out of his mouth when he was up there were, "What took you so long?"
Yeah.
And we all told Dave he should quote that going in. Um, yeah, it is a wonderful honor. It's great that it's happening. Well, he's here to appreciate it. Pete Rose might get in someday. He's not going to be here to appreciate it. And it's happened to too many of the guys who played in an era that maybe they didn't have the votes at the time, or they split their era. Dave's era has been split now, half and half in two different committees. It's really strange, but
Yeah.
he is going in. The Hall of Fame and Kelly and everybody we know are doing everything we can to make sure he get there because his health is not good. Um, he's suffered some serious complications from the PD and the diabetes.
Yeah.
But the Hall of Fame was down last week and told her that they will do whatever they can to help get him there and to take care of him there, get him back and forth to the events, etc. So
Yeah.
we're all working on the assumption that he's going to be able to make it up there, and probably his son David Jr. would do the acceptance speech. So, but
That's
it is legendary, and it's time, and with being on the winning teams in two World Series, with all of his, I can't even enumerate all of his all of his awards and accolades.
Yeah.
But he should have been in a long time ago. He's finally in, and that's the best word to describe it, is that it's legendary.
I'm with you, and that's the thing. I mean, Dave, I think that's what I hope the hall represents. I know when Dad and I went, we enjoyed it. We think it's a fantastic museum and a testament to the game. When you want to continue the game, one of the best things baseball has going for it is its history, right? It has this
Absolutely.
incredible history. And so to bring that forward and meet the modern era, and they're working hard. I know the changes to the game, people like, dislike, whatever, but they're trying to meet the modern game. Don't forget what got you here, because it's a different football and basketball, for whatever reason, have cracked their codes. They're kind of flying with what they're doing. Baseball is still feeling their way. They have hits here and there, and then they kind of fade away. They have hits. So I mean, you've got to honor the legends, and I hope in some way this creative writing we're doing can be a part of that too, because the voice of the fan, the voice of the people affected by the legends, is not heard loudly enough. We need
Good
the
point.
voice, because as part of Dave's legendary status is the way he affected people. It's not just what he did on the field. He here he is in Cincinnati, where he grew up, where, I mean, once again, just an absolute geographical icon, a legend. And coming home, it's got to mean something. Do you feel that in Cincinnati? I mean,
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely. The years he was with the Reds were not as accolade filled as the prior years with the Pirates.
right.
But he everywhere you go, people are still want to see Dave Parker. They want to talk to Dave Parker. And until recently, he was going over. He lives in the part of town right now where the Reds have the Urban Youth Academy, and he was still going over and giving batting instruction, as not this winter but prior winters, and to the kids that they have in there in the winter time in their indoor program. So he's just he is a giver. He's always been a giver. Back in the 90s, we raised money for scholarships for inner city kids. Now we do money to support a dietitian through the UC Foundation and the UC Gardner Neuroscience Institute.
And UC's University of Cincinnati.
Right. And so, he's always been about what can he do to help other people as much as, what about himself. So
this is so important when we talk about legends, and it's something that comes up in The Sandlot too. In that story, there is, of course, we're talking about the babe, and the big pickle is the ball that's signed that gets over the fence and is a problem with Hercules the dog. But really, it gets revealed when they meet Mr. Myrtle, James Earl Jones, a legend, right? Who we recently lost, and he was thought to be the big scary man, but you know what? He's a big old sweetheart, and you know what? He gets them out of the pickle.
Yeah, exactly.
So that when it comes to being a legend, I think you got to tick all the boxes. It's not just about the numbers. And well, I don't want to get into the Pete thing. I know it's another thing, but I think that's part of the problem. When you talk about Dave, the underserved part of it, and I hope we can serve part of that, is people writing stories about how they're affected by baseball. And since they're in the community affected by Dave, I want to raise that voice for everybody.
Great idea, and we're more than happy to participate.
Yeah. Well, let's make it happen. Let's go back for one more. Okay, you got one more?
All right. Yep.
All right, excellent. We're back for one more dose.
Okay.